Hello everyone. I know I haven't made a video in several months. But I'm glad to be making videos again and I hope that I get to a more consistent schedule. This is going to be what if I was in My Hero Academia, part 1. Ignore the fact that my collar is going through my neck. So, okay, because I did not notice that until literally just now. So let's start this with a bit of information. So I was born in the States. I was born in the States. My quirk is called speed. Essentially, I can move at extremely high speeds. Think Quicksilver or the Flash. But I constantly train my legs. If not, then they will completely blow out, like explode. Another thing is that my brain doesn't move as fast as my body, so that's another huge weakness. I had to train and study my mind in order to study a lot and train my mind to the point where I was able to think pretty damn fast. Not as fast as my body can move, but pretty fast. That's all I gotta say. Uh, I grew up admiring heroes, pro heroes to be exact. I grew up admiring them. More specifically, a Japanese pro hero by the name of Overclock, who is essentially their version of the Flash. Essentially, this guy. For those who have read My Hero Academia Vigilantes, then you know who this guy is. So that's the guy. O'clock. O'clock. Is it O'clock? No, I said O'clock. Okay. So essentially, I grew up admiring that hero. Well, I grew up admiring many heroes. I sort of like Captain Celebrity. Sort of. I didn't hate him. I don't really hate heroes. I do, except for Endeavor, but I don't know about what he did yet, so I can't really say I don't like Endeavor right now. In this universe, I don't really like Endeavor that much. He's becoming better, but yeah, I'm not gonna go into that can of worms. So, yeah, later later on, I would later grow to really admire Stars and Stripes, not because she's a buff mommy, but also because of the fact that, it's fucking Stars and Stripes. She's awesome. But yeah, I made this image in Picture, by the way. So eventually, most of my parents are pro heroes. I asked them if when I'm old enough, if I could move to Japan so I can go to UA. My parents were kind of reluctant, but after realizing that's the best way for me to become a pro hero, and especially since most of the pro heroes I admire, like All Might and O'Clock, are from Japan, then I would have to train there. So eventually, I spent my first year in high school studying Japanese. Why am I first year in high school? I'm not a second year. No, because of the fact that in the States have 3 years of middle school and 4 years of high school, while Japan has 4 years of middle school and 3 years of high school. So the first year of high school over here in the States would be the equivalent of fourth year of middle school in Japan. Well, not over here in the States. I don't live in the States. I actually live in Puerto Rico, but I'm actually Puerto Rican. I was never born in the States. But in this universe, I am from the States. In this specific universe. So, yeah. Eventually, after training and learning Japanese, at least basic Japanese, I moved to Japan. Sadly, I don't have that speed reading thing like the Flash, huh? Because my brain can't move that fast. But eventually, I flew over to Japan because I ain't running. Also, how I'm wearing glasses in this universe? Well, truck. Okay, let me explain. I ran out of my house one day just running, just for the sake of running. and I ran in front of a truck, and its lights shined directly in my eyes. Luckily, I ran out of the way, because if not, that would have ended horribly for the truck. Because imagine a kid going at Mach 5, just charging at a truck going at normal speed. That ain't gonna go well for both of them. But luckily, I managed to avoid murder and death. So yeah, the entrance exam starts with them of course taking the written exam and going into the room with them describing, with President Mike describing the rules. And during that, Ida came in and talked about the 0-pointer, point out how there were 4 instead of 3, unlike President Mike mentioned. President Mike mentioned that it was more of an obstacle. I look at Ida and I'm like, who was criticizing Deku. I look at Ida, this time I didn't know it was Ida, I was like, hey, blue-haired kid? It's like, yes! Could you, sit down? If I were in your situation, I would feel very, very awkward. Ida just realizing that he just essentially interrupted an entire group of people and yelled, sat down, kind of awkwardly. He's like, I'm sorry. By the way, I'm sitting next to this guy, so there's that. Imagine that, 2 4-eyed speedsters. same area. It's really funny. But, sitting in the same area. So eventually, the entrance exam actually starts with the robots and everything. And I bump into this pink-haired chick with black sclera and basically just weird eyes and horns. It's looking like, hi. Who are you? She's like, Amina Ashido. Cool. I like the alien aesthetic out there and the pink skin. Makes it look cute. It's like, thank you. Why do you have pink skin? My quirk is called acid. My skin is pink so it doesn't burn through it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Do you like bleed acid? I don't know. Wonderful. It's nice to meet you, by the way. Thank you. Literally both in thought at the same time was, wow, they were cute. But she was like, wow, he's kind of cute. And it's like, wow, she's actually kind of cute. Really same energy. But, eventually I just run through all of the robots. As soon as I count 69 points, I just stop. I literally just stop like, yeah, that's okay. You wanna know how robots got destroyed? Mach 5. Kid going at Mach 5. Just charging through. I think the shockwave alone destroyed, several robots. Also, growing up, I had to get clothes tailor-made to make sure that, they don't set on fire. Yet somehow I don't get set on fire when using my quirk. Maybe I'm in the Quicksilver type shit, Eventually, I get my results, and I got second place under Katsuki Bakugo. So I'm like, Katsuki Bakugo, huh? Seems like a nice guy. Boy, does he know. Either way, eventually the first day of school happens, and I first run into Mina Ashido. I'm like, wait, you're Mina Ashido, right? Yeah, you never told me your name. Denzel Velos. Nice to meet you. It's Spanish word for speed. I can tell. You're not Japanese, are you? No, I was born in the States. My father is from Puerto Rico, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, see you around? Yeah, I'll see you around. So eventually, I walk in and just sit, and of course, Ida walks in like, why are you wearing... You're not allowed to wear headphones in school. I'm like, well, the class didn't start, it's haven't really disrupted anyone. I mean, if the teacher came in, then I probably would have taken them off. It is like, well, I guess I can't really argue with that logic. Yeah. Pally, Dean Sensible, it's nice to meet you. I never really told you my name. She's like, I'm Tenya Ida. Wait, Ida? As in Tensei Ida? Ingenium? He's like, yes, Sensei's actually my older brother. Holy crap! I'm a huge fan of Ingenium, actually. Really? Yeah, I'm a huge fan of all Pro Heroes, actually. I try my best to study him as much as I can. I'm a bit of a nerd. He's like, well, you seem like a very, very nice guy. You seem very chill too. You just need to relax a little bit. Okay, pal? Okay then. Want to be friends? Sure. So eventually we enter the classroom. Anita starts arguing with Katsuki Bakugo, and I look at him like, you're Katsuki Bakugo, right? The guy that got first place? Yeah. Can you like calm down for a bit? You know, like you're kind of being too loud and you're kind of yelling too loud and everything. He's like, why should I care? Because the teacher could come in at any minute. I don't care. Are you telling me what to do? Listen, I'm just telling you. Are you telling me what to do? You don't have to shout at me. I'm just saying, just calm down. It's like, you don't tell me to calm down. Hey, please stop shouting at me. I'm trying to be nice to you, so please don't shout at me. He's like, why should I care, you bastard? Listen, seriously, stop yelling at me. I'm just trying to be nice to you. Why should I care? I don't need your kindness or anything. Please calm the hell down. Before I get mad. It's like, why should I care if you get mad, you bastard? Okay. You know, most guys normally have two legs, but if you keep yelling at me and getting mad at me for no good reason, you're gonna have an extra one right up your ass if you keep talking. And if you yell at me one more damn time, I will kick your ass. I will hit you at Mach 5 and launch you right through the 3 buildings. Believe me, I've tested with dummies. I can see how far I can launch a human being. So how about you sit down, shut up, and calm down, you self-centered, narcissistic, yelling, screaming, Pomeranian-looking ass prick. Kaminari, of course, Denki is like, well, damn. He really just went off. Of course, I just sit down. Eventually, Aizawa comes in and pulls out a uniform saying, we're going to be doing a quirk apprehension test. Aizawa, sir? Yes. Where did you get that? How did you pull that? Where were you keeping that? In that thing? You don't want to know, kid. There are questions in this world that you don't need answers. I see. Okay then. So eventually, the quick apprehension test happens, and Bakugo throws his ball while yelling, "Die!" And I'm just like, I'm really gonna be stuck with this guy for an entire year, aren't I? So eventually, I just look at Bakugo like, wow, that was. Why did you have to yell that? Did you have to be that loud? He's like, what do you care, you little prick? Because if you keep yelling and being as loud and as annoying as you are, I will personally shove my foot up your ass at Mach 5. Have you ever done that? Ever been kicked at Mach 5 before? It is painful. It is not fun. So either you shut up or you get kicked. It's like, are you picking a fight with me? Yes, I am, if you don't shut up. Of course, these two start arguing, and Aizawa stops them both from killing each other. And I just sit down next to Deku, and I'm like, Deku's like, you should try to be nice to him. Like, I tried to be nice to him, it's just that his attitude makes it hard to be nice to. You'll get used to it. Yeah, doubt it. He's like, I'm Izuku Midoriya. I'm Denzel Velos. Nice to meet you. So eventually start talking like, you're a very nice guy. Want to be friends? Sure. What's your quirk? My quirk allows me to move at high speed. Essentially, but my brain can't move that fast. He just starts taking notes like, wait, are you a fan of Pro Heroes? Deku's like, yeah. Do you also write notes on on Pro Heroes? Yes, I do actually. I just pull out. Yes, I do actually. I just pull out a notebook full of drawings of pro heroes and information. Yeah, I'm just like, want to be best friends? He's like, yeah, sure. Essentially, essentially the meme. You know the meme. Did we just become best friends? That meme just happened. Essentially, what happened was, people, let me tell you about my best friend. These two became best friends in the span of 5 seconds. Now they're just talking about pro heroes and shit. Bakugo's like, nerds. Mach 5, Bakugo. Mach 5. So eventually, by the way, I replaced Mineta. Eventually, everything else goes as canon, but Deku's dead last. I'm like, damn it, damn it, your first best friend I made in this school is now gonna leave. Damn it. And Aizawa says the tactical ruse, and everyone's shocked. I'm like, what? Momo, of course, is like, oh, you guys didn't notice it? It was a little obvious. Maybe I should have said something. Yeah, you think? Like, seriously, you think? Like, you didn't think to give us a heads up? She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have yelled at you. I'm just a little on edge, you know. It's fine, it's fine. I mean, anyone's on edge in a situation. But seriously, yeah, I'm sorry. Momo, yeah, you're Rozu. Zovalo, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too. Do you want to be friends? Sure. Nice. So eventually, the heroes versus. So eventually, we all leave to our homes. I live alone because my parents don't want to go with me. Of course, superheroes in the States, so can't really do anything. Um. So, yeah. The next day. So, All Might bursts to the door like a normal person. I'm kidding, but yeah, everything else goes again as he mentions that it's gonna be a heroes versus villains thing, and heroes in training, and the hero suits and everything. This is my hero suit. Yes, I know it's Kid Flash, but I couldn't find anything else. So here's where the villains happens, and of course I get paired up with Momo as I'm replacing Mineta. I tell Momo that she doesn't need to bar the air. She's like, why? Just watch. I don't remember which team they went up against, but what I do remember is that they got their asses beat at Mach 5. Like, before they could realize it, they're already down on the ground. I chopped both their necks. I'm like, there's a point in the neck where applied enough pressure, they go, sleepy night night. For those who didn't get if you know, you know. I saw that movie the other day again. It was really good. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Saw it again. Um. So yeah, homeboy got dropped. It's like, hero team wins. I guess. Hero team wins. Cool. So of course I just look at Momo like, I was like, was that entirely necessary? Well, I mean, All Might did tell us that. I was like, was it entirely necessary? Well, All Might did tell us to take the role seriously, the villains. Plus, the bomb is neatly secure, so it doesn't really matter right now. And I was like, yeah, but that plan was kind of reckless, not having a backup plan. Well, I'm faster than most people can even think, so yeah, well, sadly, my brain doesn't think as fast as my body, so there's that. That could be a possible weakness that could be exploited. Because here's the thing. O'Clock was like, no, my quirk is the direct I'm gonna explain this. My quirk is the direct opposite of O'Clock's. O'Clock? You mean that pro hero that disappeared? Yeah. O'Clock's quirk is called Overclock. It allowed him to accelerate his brain to the point where he can see things at, even slow motion as if time was slowed down. I'm the direct opposite. Instead of my brain being accelerated, it's my body. I don't know how I can handle such speed, but, laws of physics are a little iffy in our world, you understand? So there's that. I see. Either way, it's nice seeing you, Mom. It was nice working with you, Momo. Thank you. It's nice working with you too. Yeah. See ya. Bye. Bye. So, eventually that happens. So, the rest goes as canon and everything. I just became really good friends with Momo, and I just talk over to me like, hey, Mina, you did really good with Aoyama. Just like, thank you. Well, I want to ask, I want to be friends. Sure, you seem like a very nice guy to be around. Thanks. Except around Bakugo. Yeah, but, he's, kind of angry. Yeah, like a Pomeranian, yeah. I mean, but if I had to be that sweaty all the time, I'd be pissed off too. She just starts laughing. Well, I'll see you around, Mina. I'll see you around too. So of course I head home again, but before I could really reach my house, this delinquent shows up. He's like, "Hey kid, give me your money." I don't really have any on me. So I just put my headphones back on and start walking, but of course this man blocks me and like, listen, dude, I really don't recommend you do that. Yeah? Why? Oh yeah, I've seen you in the news. Your family's like pro heroes, right? I bet we could get a very high amount of money from this guy. Listen, I don't think that's a good idea. What? Why? Before they know it, they're all knocked out. 'Cause of that. So eventually, of course, I walk home and just fall asleep and do some homework, just study and shit. I'm gonna save the USJ for a possible part 2. I might record the part 2 possibly on Sunday or Monday, as I don't have school on Monday due to it being an off day, I guess. So, yeah. Thank you all for being patient with me. I've been gone for a few days because, I've been focusing on my other channel and life happened, So, I'll try to see if I can upload more videos more often. But, yeah. I'll see you guys when I see you guys eventually. So, goodbye. Adios. Take care of yourself. Tell your mothers you love them. And, yeah. If you're not with your mother, call her and tell her you love her. So yeah. Have a nice day. Bye. Adios.